Rise of Ibrahim Traore, Africa's most important leader. Who is Ibrahim Traore? Ibrahim Traore is the president of Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso being a country that is located in the western part of Africa. It is a landlocked country, meaning that it does not have a coastline or an ocean or a sea. It is, however, surrounded by 6 other countries, which is Mali, Niger, Benin, Togo, Ghana, and Cote d'Ivoire. How did Burkina Faso emerge? Burkina Faso is a land that was once known as the Upper Volta. It was a former French colony, but in August 5, 1960, that's when it got its independence. Little change came from the independence until Thomas Sankara came to power in 1983. Thomas Sankara was a young, bold and pan-African, meaning he encouraged the unity and solidarity among people of African heritage, both on the continent and in the diaspora. Thomas Sankara named the country Burkina Faso, which meant land of the upright people. But in 1987 he was assassinated. After his assassination, hardships struck the country, and this continued until Captain Ibrahim Traore came into power in 2022. He became the new head of the West African country. So, let's dive into the early life of Ibrahim Traore. After he finished his basic schooling in Bondoukoui, he went to secondary school in Bobo Dioulasso, which is Burkina Faso's second largest city. Here, he was recognized as quiet and very talented. He began studying geology at the University of Ouagadougou in 2006. According to some sources, he belonged to the Marxist National Association of Students of Burkina Faso and the Association of Muslim Students. In the latter, he advanced to the position of delegate and gained notoriety for standing up for his peers in conflicts. When he graduated at the University of Ouagadougou, he received an honors degree, and he also graduated from the George Manoamo Military Academy. So let's, however, dive in military career of Ibrahim Traore. Traore joined the Burkina Faso army in 2009. He was first dispatched to Morocco for anti-aircraft training before being assigned to an infantry battalion in Kaya, a town in northern Burkina Faso. Traore was promoted to lieutenant in 2014 and joined MINUSMA, a UN peacekeeping unit which was involved in the Mali War. In 2018, he was recognized as one of MINUSMA soldiers who showed courage during massive rebel strikes which took place in the Timbuktu region. He then went to Burkina Faso, where he helped fight the growing Islamic insurgency, and he participated in the Atapuano offensive in 2019 and other numerous counter-insurgency operations which were happening across the country, particularly in the north, which included Djibo. Ibrahim Traore's rise to power. Traore was one of the army leaders who backed the January 2002 Burkina Faso coup, which brought the patriotic movement for safeguard and restoration military junta into power. Beginning March 2022, he led an artillery regiment in Kaya. It was unclear whether he was ever associated with the Cobra Special Forces, which was a counter-terrorism organization that was created in 2019. But according to some sources, he was once a member of the unit, and according to some, he was never connected with the Cobras. Many backers of the January coup became disillusioned with the junta's leader, who was Paul Henry Sanogo Damiba. Here he had failed to quell or put an end to the Islamic insurgency. Traore subsequently stated that he and other officers attempted to persuade Damiba to refocus on the uprisings, but ultimately decided to depose him because his ambitions were diverting away from what they had set out to do. Young officers who fought the insurgents on the front lines expressed the most unhappiness with the situation. Additionally, there were pay delays for the Cobra personnel. When the plotters attempted their revolution on September 30, Traore was still a captain. The operation was conducted with the assistance of the Cobra squad. Following the coup, Traore was appointed as the new leader of the patriotic movement. On October 6, he also became interim president, serving for 2 years. He serving as head of state and supreme leader and supreme head of the armed forces. He initially pledged to organize democratic elections in July 2024, which was nearly 2 years after his consolidation of power. Traore has maintained the cryptic and formal manner for which he was renowned previous to his rise to prominence. He has kept tight control over his communication while attempting to position himself largely as a combat leader. During his leadership, which is still to date, pro-government propaganda has increased in both Burkinabe traditional and social media. Some journalists described Traore as influenced by Marxism and Pan-Africanism. In April 2023, he proclaimed a general mobilization of the public to support the military as rebel groups increased the frequency of attacks. Traore publicly promised to retake all rebel-held territories and that there would be no negotiations until the rebellion was severely weakened. The next month, Traore questioned the anticipated return of democracy in 2024, claiming that elections could not be held until the militants were pushed back and the security situation had improved. This statement violated his promise made in October 2022 during negotiations to secure the formal resignation of his opposed predecessor. Since taking office, he has earned the hearts of not only the people of Burkina Faso, but millions of Africans all over the world. He has masterfully built the image of a pan-Africanist leader fighting to free his country from what he perceives as Western imperialism and neo-colonialism. In over 3 years in office, he has fulfilled his promise to transform the country from one of the poorest to an emerging one. He has launched new mega projects to modernize the country, while continuing ones that were started prior to his arrival. IBRAHIM Traore may be motivated by a desire to defend their national heritage, or by a belief that the political establishment has continually failed their people. Captain IBRAHIM Traore says his goal for the future is to bring about transformation in the country. I believe if he follows through his pledge, he will be able to improve the situation in his own country. However, given a fluctuating security environment, the future is uncertain.